Hello, I think it's working. Today it's about creativity. Use creativity in working with squirrels or, in that case, animals. Creativity is for me. You see a screen from me from Flickr, my account. Creativity for me is about um, yeah, not only to create, but it's to create something new. That's for me creativity. Uh, it it's the basic thing of creativity for me is fantasy and to tune in, dreaming, to do things what other people did not do. So many people do not have creativity. I find that I thought everyone is creative, but it's not like that. But so, how do you get ideas if you do not have creativity as a basic element in your personality? Um, Now, let's. I give you some ideas. One thing is, let's say, in the past couple of months, election was very important, big news. So when I decided to do series of the election, so uh, let's say what I get here on my Flickr account. Okay, now what do you think about election? Election about the vote by mail because it was a big thing that in America that used, yeah, about not or the safe way of voting via mail. So it's a very good team to have in this case. Of course, here in a voting box, uh, you can play with text, with the letters itself, uh, the ballot box, of course, and you can think of America or what flag, what country else you want to have, signs, protesters maybe. So there's a lot of things only if you have a team of elections, and this is a small part. You mean you can do so much with president talking to the public or whatever, and with many animals this is possible. Even with a rabbit maybe, or maybe a fox, or birds, of course. So it's a nice thing. Creativity. Another way to get creativity is just look to the flea market online. I use a lot of Tradera. Tradera is in Swedish. Okay, it's international, but it's Swedish. So in the beginning, when I did a lot of things, I just looked in it says in, toys. That's a good pronunciation, I think, toys. So I just looked everything here already. In the beginning, you see already toys and a sitting place, and it's very small. It's a little bit too small, but it's good for mice if you're working with mouse. So even if you don't have creativity, you already have here a lot of things you can work with. Um, Cars, here, look for a car what fits and the right size. I think in this case it's not big enough. I think it doesn't say anything about the size, but it's a very nice thing. It would be. I think it's too small, but okay, creativity. That's another thing. The flea market. Another thing is just go to the daily news, because daily news it can be very good sellable photos because it's in the news. COVID, of course. If you look to the COVID, I don't know if I have much done with that. COVID. Oops. COVID. Nee. Virus. Yeah, I did some. Uh, distance, social distance, sign. This is rarely what I do, but in this case I did it. I cloned a mask into Photoshop. normally I don't do it. It's very rare. But microscope. I remember micros. Maybe go up here a little bit more. Microscope. Uh, in this case, it's the art of finding the things, the props you're thinking of, because a microscope in a miniature form, it's not easy to find. But okay, as soon as you know I want to have a microscope miniature, then you look on Google, microscope miniature. I think I spelled it wrong, but yeah, you already have some miniatures. But you, oh, beautiful! Look to this kind of things. Yes, easy to find. You see, it's very easy to find worldwide. I thought it was difficult. It was difficult for me, but okay. Um, I thought, okay, here I did creativity. Uh, if you get the small masks of presidents or of singers or of animals, it's I mean, wow. Most people never ever have done something like this. You, I don't like Trump. I don't like where he stands for, but it's I love the idea already. I don't know, even if it wasn't Hitler or whatever. It's I don't know. I like the fantasy of it. I like the storyline, and it's playful. Trump is singing here and dancing here, and I think it's fun. Um, okay, creativity. How much? I went to the BBC News today, uh, and look what we can do for creativity here. Oh yeah, yeah, hospital. Of course, hospital. I don't know if I have something. Hospital. Hospital. Oh, that is not oh yeah, then I come here, hospital. I bought a little hospital there. A wheelchair there. Crooks here in hospital. Here and bed what I made with a little. Okay, but you've got idea. A lot of equipment, hospital equipment you can use. I still have, but I did not do still not so much with that. So what I try to say, you don't have to be a creative person and or have a creative mind to be creative. It's not good, in my opinion, to follow other people to get ideas. It's I don't have that fulfillment in my feeling when I do that. Sometimes because one time I saw it was very popular to have a squirrel weightlifting, and I already did that, but mine were not so popular. But the, those were very popular suddenly on the news, and I thought, shit, why did mine did not get popular? So I changed that, and in another idea, and then oh yeah, I did something like here, and still it was not very popular. It was, wow. So I tried it with tomatoes. I tried it with not popular, but it became popular when I started to do this here. Um, with nuts. And it's so simple idea, and it's a little variation, but I just it took me a lot of time to get to that idea. And very I, many popular photos of me are very cheap in a way. It in a prop setting it doesn't cost much. Um, Sometimes I buy very expensive props. If you think about London, um, London, maybe I find something. Ah, yeah, you can think of London and the Queen travel about the London bus. Here, that was my most expensive prop ever. It was, I think, it was 250 euros, about $250. I think I still not sold a single photo of this, and happily I sold this last week for almost the same price. But I had this idea for so long, for years, and I couldn't find my car for a reasonable price. And in the end, I found it, and I got my pictures, but they don't. They are not popular. They are not, and for sure that that in the future, somebody captured this idea, and it will be big and suddenly new, and people will publish it. But mine, no, it doesn't work. But thanks for watching and for listening, and good luck with your creativity.